Hello everyone! I have had a couple of requests for a craft space tour, so I'm going to attempt to do that now. This is an overview of my little tiny area. Over here to the left, that's our front door when you walk in. We live in an efficiency apartment, which is a one-room apartment. So right over here to your left, that's our messy bed. We don't make the bed. Why make it? We're just going to get right back in it, right? Anyway, so this is my little area. I have a 6 foot table, and I just have a tablecloth over it and some poster board, and yeah. So that's my area, and right over there, let me get a little closer. This over here is some of my wood-mounted stamps. Those boxes up there hold my Stamper's Best stamps, the little ones. And then those bottles up there, I intend on using those for making my homemade glimmer mists, but I haven't done it yet. So yeah, that's some of my wood-mounted stamps. Right below that, I have some CD racks that hold my 4x6 photo mat paper, and those I keep in these, keep in these little clear plastic envelopes to keep them clean. It gets really dirty here in our apartment. We live right on the Connecticut River, so we are constantly full of dirt and dust and nasty, so yeah. So right next to the little shelf with all the stamps and stuff, I have a bookshelf here. This has all the way at the top up there, let me try to zoom in a little bit. That stuff up there, those containers, little containers, are from Staples. They're the, I forget what they call them. Really useful boxes, that's what they call them. Anyway, I just keep a whole bunch of little things in there. Some felt alphabets and little pieces, you know, some pearls and such. Then over here I have some of my flowers that are in jars, and my alcohol inks are way up there, and my stickles and glitter glues, and sorry for the bad lighting too. We have horrible lighting in this place. It's always dark. I've got like 6 or 7 lights on right now, and you can't even really tell. Anyway, right next to that over there, I've got magazines rack with some card making magazines, and let's see, there's paper. I keep all of my 12 by 12 paper in these cases. I get them at Michael's. 'Cause you can tell by looking at the cases. Even the cases are dirty now, and you can tell by looking at my my fancy labeling. Yeah. Masking tape, that it gets really dirty in here. So rather than dust all the time, I try to keep as much as I can covered. So there's some of my 12 by 12 paper, and then I have 8 by 8 paper. Those little cases that the 8 by 8 paper is in, I found those at Big Lots, which I can no longer find, and I'm really bummed about that, because I do have a lot more 8 by 8 paper that I can't put out. But then the next 3 shelves are binders. Those are all stamps, clear stamps, and some cling mount. Mostly clear though. 3 shelves worth of binders. That's the top of my computer right here, my laptop. Right there. And then on the bottom shelf of the big bookshelf there, those are all 12 by 12 papers down there. Mostly DCWV paper packs, and some K & Companies. Let's see, where am I going to go next? I can't really show you under my table. Sorry if I make you guys sick. Can't really go under my table because it's really dark and you wouldn't be able to really see anyways. I'll touch more on that in a minute. Let me come around the computer here. Hopefully not making you guys too dizzy or sick. Right next to the big bookshelf where my stamps are, I have two plastic white bookcases. On the top of this one, more binders of stamps. Then down here I have paper, and I have my this is my master list of my wood mounted stamps. I stamp them all out on here, that way I know what I have. Copics, supply list, that's kind of like an inventory thing. This one is all about Copics, different techniques and how to do it, and my list of what markers I have. All of these plastic envelopes are filled with different types of paper or card bases. Then the next shelf down is basically the same thing. My 6x6 paper pads are in there. What else is in there? Some loose 6x6 paper. That scrapbook right there on the left side there, right there. That thing is has got all my templates in it. And then on the bottom shelf, and yes, I do have things on the top of the things that are on the shelf because I have ran out of room long time ago. And then down there on the bottom shelf, sorry I cannot kneel down, so you're gonna have to just take it at this angle, people, sorry. The bottom shelf there, I've got more 12x12 paper. That's all loose paper, you know, like the ones that they sell at Joann's and Michael's, you know, the 5 for $1 or whatever it is when it's on sale. And then I have my 12x12 chipboard down there. Again, everything's in the plastic 12x12 envelopes. You can pick I like the ones that they sell at AC Moore. They do sell them at Michael's, but I like the AC Moore ones. They're more sturdy and they have the string clasp rather than the snap. That wood piece right there on the floor that you're looking at right there, that's going to be a future project. I picked that up at a thrift store. And that little container down there holds all of my felt. And then that bottom shelf behind the turquoise colored container, that has just like extra card bases and such, you know, things I don't really need to get at. That shelf there is my solid card stock, and on the end there you have some solid 12x12 card stock, and then up here is also card stock. And these envelopes here are 8.5 by 11, and the clear ones hold my white, my ivory, my yellow, my orange, and then that pink one is actually pink cardstock. The green ones are actually green cardstock. Down here the purple is actually purple cardstock. The other pink one there is red, and then the blue ones are blue cardstock. So it's kind of color coded, kinda. And then on top of that shelf, right now this is where I let me zoom out, sorry. On the top of this shelf I have my candy stashed in there. This is where I keep my spellbinders right now. I don't like this system. I'm getting ready to switch over and put them into that pink binder there, but I need to get some magnetic sheets first, so that's why I haven't done that yet. And all this stuff here is just like my glue dots, tool cleaner, a whole bunch of crap that doesn't have a home, tools that I don't use very often so they don't need to be on my desk. Over here are some embossing folders and dies that are too big to go into my drawer with my other dies. and my dazzles that I get from Paper Wishes. I love these things, but I don't use them near as often as I should. Right next to us, you're looking at our coat rack. I have one of these crafty bags from Joann's that holds all my purses and stuff that I'm not using at the moment. And above everything else, we have one of these built-in coat rack things. I hate this thing. I wish they'd take it out, but they won't. So my husband and I just tied up the hangers so that we could get them out of the way, so I could use the shelf and the space beneath. So up on there I have more binders, and you guessed it, more stamps. You guys see a trend here? I kind of love my stamps. And then here is all of my envelopes. Behind there I have a crate that has envelopes also. I have all sizes of envelopes. So that's that. And I'm going to stop here so that I can make a part 2, because my SD card is full now. So I will be back with part 2 of my craft space tour. Thanks guys for watching thus far. I'll see you in a minute. Okay guys, I'm back with part 2 of my craft space tour. This is where I left off, showing you my spell binders and stamp binders. And so if you turn directly around, sorry, don't want to make you dizzy. Oh wait, let me stop on this side here. Now this is to the right of where I sit. Up here in this crate here, I have just my chalks and my watercolors. I have my brayer and some, what are those things called? Stamp markers in here, and that little container there with the blue lid, that has glue sticks, and this is all little ink pads. This is where I used to keep my ink pads, in these white drawers here, and I do still have quite a few ink pads in there, which I think I'm going to be giving away pretty soon to somebody that might want them or need them, because I don't need that many ink pads. Anyway, so right next to that I have this little project that I decorated, this little 2-shelf thing here, and that holds some extra punches that I have, and my little mini iron, and just extra embossing powder, floss, flock, and you know, just miscellaneous things that I don't need on a daily basis. And right behind that yellow shelving thing there, I have brads in little plastic containers, because I had nowhere to put them, so they're like behind that. So these items are sitting on 2 of my Cropper Hopper carts. These are the real colorful rainbow ones, and I'm sorry I can't get a great view of them. But these 2 carts hold mainly wood-mounted stamps. I have them arranged by category, kind of. Let me try to show you that. Like this top drawer here is mainly birthday stamps, and then like the next drawer down is flower stamps, and then we have animal stamps. You get the idea. These are mainly stamps. On this one here, this one has my Fiskars squeeze punches and some dust. And this one has my Fiskar corner punches and my EK Success punches. That's all I have. Pretty sad, huh? I got 4 EK Success punches. And then I've got a couple of the Fiskars ones back here. And then the rest of those drawers are all stamps. And then down here on the floor, this is my chair here. down here on the floor I've got all my scrap paper. It's in this cardboard box. Let me see if I can get down here enough to show you. And I have it organized by color. Like this is white, ivory, yellow, orange. You guys get the idea. I have them in gallon size Ziploc bags, and that is my go-to pile. Whenever I need a piece of paper, I go there first before pulling out a brand new sheet. So, let's see. I guess I'll show you my table next because I need to sit down. So, alright, I am sitting down, but I am facing to my right. These are my drawers of my stamps. Right here, these containers here are all filled with cards I've made. Here's my colored pencils, my Copic markers, embossing powders, diamond dust, a dirty paint pellet that needs to be cleaned, etc. My So Easy, and those 4 containers there are all embroidery floss. And then under my table, I'm only going to show you this side because the other side doesn't have enough lighting. This wood shelf, white shelf that you're seeing, that is used to be my ribbon holder. We took the dowel out. That's a homemade one my husband made for me, and it holds a ton of ribbon. But I needed it under the table when we moved here. I have my acrylic paints down here. I've got miscellaneous supplies, like extra supplies that I don't need to get at all the time. I've got extra 8x8 pads, some of the larger matte pads that don't fit in my little plastic envelopes, extra card bases, glue, etc. These are the hard cased, slow down, Pat. Hard case 12x12 scrapbook storage containers that you get from Michael's. It's the same thing. I've got my 12x12 paper in that I showed you over on the big shelf. And then up here, that purplish tote bag there, that has extra punches, and it's completely filled with brads. Completely full of brads. Yeah. And this next one here, that's where I keep my paint supplies, like paint brushes and that sort of thing. And just extra glue. That Dexter box there has, what does it have? Glitter. That tells you how much I get into it, right? And I keep my Tim Holtz mat down here in case I need to alcohol ink or do something messy. I use that. Then I keep most of my stuff in boxes right now because, and under the table because we have no room for it here. I've got a ton more craft stuff in storage that I can't get out right now. But I label everything. Like that one is stuff from Beady Bomb Bomb. That one's my handmade flowers. These containers here are actually empty ice cream containers. We just washed them and used them. You know, hey, they're big and they hold a lot. Why not? Under that I have a paint can that's full of my Sharpies and Bic markets. I have my box Yummies from Roseanne from Roxy Car 11. Under that I have fabric, and then below that I have stickers. And then I'm going to take you up here to my desktop. You saw this yesterday. My ink pad storage is there. That's a card I'm working on. Over here I keep my stamp blocks, my baby wipes, my towel for drying my stamps after I clean them, my ATG, my Cuddle Bug is back there in the corner. That shelf you see in the background, that we keep more craft supplies over there. I'm not going to really show you that because it's a hot mess and I'm just not going there. Right there, that red rose that you see right there, that's my first attempt at making a paper rose, and I did that about 2 years ago, and so I decided I wanted to keep it, and that is the one and only that I have ever made. And then I just keep my go-to stuff up there. That's my my adhesives, my scissors, corner chompers, gel pens, and then this one holds other glues and pens and things that I use. And then beside that, I've got an ice bucket that has my most used tools and rulers and things like that. And that, I should zoom in, that's my messy kitchen you're seeing over there. That right there is, it says stamp stuff. I made that little container when I first started making cards a couple years ago. That holds all of my embossing powders and my embossing buddy. There's my paper trimmer. And let me zoom out because I want to ask you guys something real quick. I'm about out of time on this one too. I'm going to have to hurry up here. My paper trimmer leaves that nasty graphite stuff all over my table. Any suggestions on how to stop that or at least contain the mess? Let me know. So let's see it. Sorry, giving you a great view of my table, eh? If you turn to my left, this box right here holds my larger Stampers' Best stamps. And right below it is, these are mounting foam for red rubber stamps. This is my die and embossing folder storage right here. My trash can needs to be emptied. This container down, this we hung on the side of the cart. Keeps like our login passwords and stuff like that, and just miscellaneous stuff. It's kind of a catch-all. This is scratch paper, copy paper. Just sits down here on the floor in a gallon bag. This container holds all of my other punches that you didn't see over there, other than in this cart here. This is also where my computer is. Right there, you can see I'm watching YouTube videos. This cart holds a mishmash of things. I gotta hurry because I'm almost out of time. This drawer is all bling and pearl bling. This is my homemade sponges. This one's got some glitter, just kind of junk. A little bit of everything is in there. And then this one here is adhesives. This one here is my perfect pearls and stuff that's laid on top, unfinished projects and stuff. And then I have small punches in this one, and Martha Stewart punches in this one, and I lied, I have another EK Success punch right there. Alright, I guess there's going to be a part 3, guys. I'll be back with part 3. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned.